Man, wake up, man.
On a late night Friday.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Early edition.
It's early. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alfonso.
And it's Ryan.
And this is Can't Argue With That. You're in for a great treat. This is the NFC division. Oh, no. I'm not NFC. Well, this is the NFC divisional playoff preview right here.
Right,
yeah, this
right,
is. Featuring those birds, and those birds.
Dirty Birds.
Yeah, the Falcons versus the Eagles, as a matter of fact. So it's over now. You know what I mean? Last week we had a little blizzard, but we covered the whole season. We covered from the protests to, even though the media stopped this covering. You notice the media stopped covering the protests? Right. Yeah. Perhaps they'll start covering it again this week because, ironically, all the teams that had players or were participating in the protests are eliminated. Yeah, but except for Titans, Rashard Matthews, he still protests. He actually stays in the locker room, adverse to Trump's advice.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So, well, we did have a blizzard, so we apologize for not coming on last week. But as well, we want to say you're welcome for coming on. What's going on, Dwayne Wade? But yeah, for real though, we want to thank y'all for sticking with us, and as well, we want to say you're welcome because we get to do a little treat. That's a rare treat,
right?
Because this is a TJF edition, and guess what? Tomorrow is the game. Right. Isn't that crazy? Right. Yes, sir. So we have the Dirty Birds, and then as well we have the Saints versus Vikings on Sunday. And then as well, tomorrow we have the Titans versus Patriots. Okay. And then as well we have the Jaguars versus Steelers.
Okay.
All right. So it's divisional round Eve.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So hold up. So you mean to tell me I was right and you were wrong?
About what?
Playoffs.
Oh,
playoffs.
Oh,
man, you gave us a list of about 20 things that needed to happen for the Cowboys to get in, and guess what? All them 20 things happened, and y'all didn't get it. Yeah. Cause y'all just couldn't win. That's
no. All the 20 things didn't happen because the Seahawks would have been our spot. So even if we would have handled our business, we wouldn't have been there. We wouldn't have been there because the Dirty Birds are there. So
either way, the Falcons got in. Y'all not in. They played the Rams. They beat the Rams. Mm-hmm. My Panthers lost.
Your Panthers what?
Took a L, man. We did not eat any dubs. Now Cam and Jameis can go in the offseason together. They can practice eating dubs and L's together.
And crab legs.
No, please don't, bro. No. Cam has got enough controversy going on.
Yeah, right. If others can hear you speak up a little bit, man.
But, yeah, so after all this, even if the Cowboys would have won out, they still wouldn't have made it, so.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
We're going on mode.
So that's what it is.
Yeah. But I wonder if Cam and Benji are watching the games out in Buffalo or Charlotte. Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. But let's talk.
Guy.
Yeah. You think they're watching it up in New York, or they're watching it right down the street in Charlotte?
Kelvin's off eating somewhere. That's what he's doing. Eating real good.
So so Cam and Benji are together. So Fun and Cam are together.
Fun didn't even reach his arms up for that pass, man.
I saw.
He jumped, but he didn't raise his arms.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with that.
I don't know.
That was funny, but we're not gonna go ahead and saturate this episode with the Panthers nor the Cowboys. So we promise you that we just have the background there because we don't have any more backgrounds. We don't want to put our NFL background up because we're not necessarily, you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah. So let's just break out now. We got a 4:30 matchup tomorrow, Falcons versus Eagles. So basically, who you with, and tell me a little about why, man, and I'll tell you who I'm with, man.
I want the Falcons to lose. But I just feel like they're.
Why don't you support your division, man?
I don't support. Well, I will support the Saints. But I can't get the Falcons. Man, the Falcons just lost Super Bowl, man. I don't want them to go back to the Super Bowl, man. That's not gonna be a good look. But bottom line is this: I think the Falcons will find a way to win. Foles, I don't know if you pay attention to this, but Eagles last three games, they just got worse and worse and worse with Foles playing quarterback.
Exactly.
And for whatever reason, they thought they were just good enough to where they didn't have to play against the Cowboys at all. Like, didn't even score. Like, that is just not good at all. You know what I mean?
That is true.
So
that is true.
That's that. But what do you think about the game?
Well, I mean, the Cowboys played both of these teams, and I'm really not certain, but the Eagles, I mean, the Atlanta Falcons beat us like 27-6. But however, that was Sackgate.
Oh, but y'all actually played against the Foles Eagles, though.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm saying y'all played against both versions.
Yeah.
So maybe you could speak a little bit on the Foles version.
I'm talking about Matt Ryan, though. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not about Matt Ryan necessarily, but about all them defensive ends and whatnot, getting Abraham and all them boys. Claiborne.
You know Claiborne only has 6 sacks this entire season?
And they were all
against Byron Bell, Liberty Bell?
That's funny. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. So that was Sackgate. I call that game Sackgate. So I can't even qualify that. So I'm not sure, but I'm going to go with the fact that, honestly, let me tell you, I got to bring in the Cowboys because we're honestly a bottom 15 team. I'm just going to be real with you. We're a bottom 15 team.
You know, Power Rankings still got y'all in the top 10.
I know, man. No, top 15.
Y'all not even in the playoffs.
Well, some of them got top 10. Some of them got top 10.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Okay. You want to know who else in there?
Steelers.
Seattle.
Of course, Steelers. Though.
And Seattle. Like Seattle's not even in the playoffs, but they're top 18. Like, I don't get it. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly,
it's love.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Everyone loves the Cowboys, man.
Clearly,
you love the Cowboys too. You're a closet Cowboy fan, aren't you? Aren't you?
I will never be confused.
Come on, man. You was eating yesterday. You was like, "Oh, I'm eating like Zeke." You remember? I remember that. Come on now. Come on. Don't imitate people. Well, imitation is the
most sincere form of flattery.
Exactly.
Okay, man. I'm picking up what you put down. I got you.
But back to this game, man. To be honest with you, I don't have any confidence because we're a bottom 15 team. And we beat the Eagles. You know what I mean? I know that we beat the third string, but the third string quarterback was doing just as good as Foles was, or better than Foles was.
So what does that say about Foles?
He's not very good. I mean, Carson Wentz, y'all had it, man. Y'all almost had it all. I'm not gonna lie, y'all almost had it all with the playoffs and the Super Bowl. I think y'all might have had it, but y'all don't have it now. Y'all gotta have a quarterback, man, unless you're the Ravens.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but you gotta have a quarterback. I think you gotta have a quarterback.
So the bottom line is this: so you played those two teams, right? So in this game, which team are you giving the edge to?
Well, I mean, I like the Falcons. I mean, they got the likes of Julio Jones. You know, they got Tevin Coleman, Devontae Freeman pushing that ball, and Devontae Freeman is a beast, man. He's the second coming of Marshawn Lynch. I know Marshawn Lynch doesn't have a good connotation nowadays. But back then, you know what I mean. The Saints, what did he say? Put the team on their back, though.
I ain't never seen anybody team on their back, though.
Yeah, man. But I mean, they got Austin Hooper, man. I mean, I don't think the Eagles have it, man. They lost to Dallas, man. I don't care what string quarterback you were playing. You lost to Dallas. We got it next year because we always got it next year, but we don't have it this year, and y'all don't have it this year either. Sorry, but I'm gonna root for my NFC East, the foes. I hope they get it. I hope y'all get it. They ain't gonna get it though. They ain't gonna get it. They ain't never gonna get it. They some sack chasers though. But I mean, last year, the Eagles beat the Falcons by running the ball on Atlanta and controlling the clock. You know what I mean? But I mean, what extent do you think the Eagles can replicate the blueprint tomorrow on their home field? Do you think they can replicate the blueprint? Because the blueprint most definitely is the Falcons.
Honestly,
Eagles running the ball.
You want another reason why I really think
and minimizing Carson Wentz. Minimizing the absence of Carson Wentz.
Why I think the Falcons gonna lose? Man, they rested during that bye week, or they rested versus y'all in last game after it's a new team with a new quarterback. I just don't know why they just take it for granted. Like they were putting up 40 with Foles too.
Yeah.
Not,
you got to create solidarity with a quarterback.
You got to figure out can we? And they didn't score.
Exactly.
So they didn't score. So what? The first game they struggled versus the Giants. That's 2-14 team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Next week they struggled against the Raiders. They won 17-16, something like that.
But the team money back though.
Next week they didn't even score, so they got progressively worse every game. The defense started playing worse because their offense was hot garbage. Now they haven't really played in a couple of weeks now, so you know what I mean. So now it's just like whatever, you know. So
yes sir.
It is.
Yeah, but I mean I think that the Eagles possibly could win because of the addition of Joseph Ajayi. You know what I mean? Because if they can minimize, they already had a rushing attack, a beautiful rushing attack before his arrival. So to be honest with you, if they can actually minimize the absence of Carson Wentz, then they do have a chance against the never forget Falcons.
It's gonna be tough because they're gonna load up the box and make Foles try to pass the ball to beat them
or run.
Who, Foles?
Foles gonna run.
Okay.
Foles is gonna run last game though.
All right.
So what you think about that, buddy?
I guess we're gonna see.
All right. Well, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna pull up them Saints and Vikings, the 4:30 Sunday game. Just get the NFC knocked out, and then we'll go to the AFC.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Well, let's do it, man. Let's do it. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Our next episode is the Saints and Vikings, Sunday at 4:40. 4:40. All right. Play us out, man.